flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised this meeting is being recorded and broadcast over the Lunenburg Public Access Channel. Just want to remind everyone of our Board of Selectmen policy that public comment is limited to 3 minutes. I'm not going to start an egg timer up here on you, but try to keep it within that time so we don't have to interrupt you. So with that, is there any public comment from the board?
Yes. So I just want to remind everyone that there's a lot of scams out there that usually a lot of times they come in through email form. So just kind of a public service announcement, I guess, in some kind of form here. Just be mindful if you get something that you don't recognize to always check the to line. A lot of times it may say, receipt from Apple, and then you go to click the to line and it's from some IO dot whatever address, something that clearly is not Apple. So just using that as an example, just to say there's a lot of spoofing happening. So just, especially as we enter the holiday season, I know it's really soon to say that, but as we start to get, head into this part of the year, I'm sure it's very important for everyone to keep their money in their own pockets. So that's all.
Okay, thank you. I have one. It's that I discovered a few days ago that my town email, the outgoing emails haven't sent since August 20th, and there was no indication of that. And so for anybody who, I think there's 17 or so emails that never sent, and some were responding to people's questions, some were responding to Elaine meetings and things, and so it hasn't been resolved yet. I'm meeting with IT tomorrow, so if anybody tried to communicate with me and they thought I was ignoring them or something like that, I have no outgoing mail at this time.
Is there any public comment from the public?
Ron Delicio, 181 Reservoir Road. I just see on the agenda that you have 4 candidates for 3 positions on the building committee. I just wanted to speak in opposition to one of the candidates. He served on the school as chair of the school building committee. This is an email I sent him February 29th, 2016. It's quick. I'm going to read it quickly. Several members of the public have appeared before the SBC regarding the use of contingency funds for discretionary items. I would have thought this would have had some impact on the decision-making process for such items. Instead, the first items, which were murals, were approved based on members assessing the subjective value of the items. There was not a single objective reason given for the approvals. Most boards' committees strive to remove subjectivity from decision-making processes. The SBC has done the opposite and demonstrated it is willing to exercise its power to make arbitrary decisions. This is a publicly funded project, not a home improvement project of an individual. Executive authority over the project and the bond council opinion do not justify the absence of objective standards being used in the SBC decision-making process. Please recognize and address this significant flaw in process prior to making any more decisions. I just wanted to say that I'm opposed to his appointment due to the fact that he was unwilling and unable to apply objective standards in his decision-making process during his service on the SBC. And I would prefer candidates capable of identifying and including items which represent needs versus wants in the proposed project for TCP. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comment before we get started?
Ingrid Helmer, 141 Canterbury Drive. I just wanted to inform the board and the town citizens about an event that the Lunenburg Resources for Opiate Awareness and Recovery AKA Roar, will be hosting on October 17th. We will be doing a forum entitled Youth and Pain Management, What Parents Should Know. Our presenters will be 2 medical professionals as well as 2 persons who have personal experience with addiction and recovery. We'll have Dr. Paul Harasimowicz, who's an orthopedic surgeon. We're going to have a dentist, Dr. Michael Cronin, and our persons with addiction and recovery experience will be Mary Chapman, who has an adult son in long-term recovery, and Jack Kelly, who is an author and former athlete who became addicted due to pain medication and then took a long road to recovery. And his book, The Sharp Needle, is an autobiographical account of his journey. We'll also have Tara Rivera from the Recovery Centers of America. She will be our moderator and will also give a brief presentation on the physiology of addiction based on the work of Dr. Ruth Potee. So the goal of the forum is to educate parents of teenagers about the risks of opiate pain medication for common things like athletic injuries and dental procedures, and hopefully to empower parents to ask questions about appropriate use of these medications. The presentation will be held on Thursday, October 17th in the Lunenburg Middle High School auditorium. There will be resource tables beginning at 6 p.m. and then the presentation will begin at 6:30. Thank you.
Thank you for putting on that event, and thank you for all the work you do in the community.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you for your time.
Any other public comment? Jump right into our first appointment, 7:05 for presentation on Kindness Rocks for LHS Community Service Club.
Good evening.
Hello everyone, I'm Holly Smith and I'm the president of the Lunenburg High School Community Service Club.
And I'm Mrs. Jennifer Miller. I am the advisor of the Community Service Club, and I'm also a teacher at Lunenburg High School.
Kindness Rocks is a national project that we would like to join. Our club would be painting rocks with kind or inspirational messages and dispersing them throughout the Lunenburg community. The mission of the project states, one message at just the right moment can change someone's entire day, outlook, or life.
I want to interrupt you real quick. Would you mind just coming a little closer to the microphone?
Oh, I'm sorry. Take a rock when you need one, share one with a friend who needs some inspiration, or leave one for another. And here are a few rocks our club has painted.